This is the Recycling, Scrap Metal, Commodities, and Economic Report, September 3rd, 2024. U.S. weekly raw steel production rose slightly to 1.78 million tons, up 2.3% from last year, but down 1.9% year-to-date on slow U.S. manufacturing. WTI crude oil price fell to $73.55 a barrel on possible October OPEC increased production. U.S. weekly crude oil production fell to 13.3 million barrels per day, just off last week's 13.4 million record high in American history. This record production is great for U.S. jobs. The U.S. is now more than energy independent. The U.S. is the #1 energy exporter on the planet. The U.S. weekly oil rig count was steady at 483 with great technology. Again, we're at record and near record production with this low rig count. Scrap steel #1 HMS price was steady at $305 a gross ton, but prices are forecast to come down in September. Hot rolled coil steel price rose slightly to $34.65 a hundredweight, which is $693 a ton on the same slow U.S. manufacturing we talked about. Copper price rose to $4.22 a pound on good but not great global demand. Aluminum price fell to $1.11 a pound, which is $24.53 a metric ton on weaker Chinese demand and increased supply. China NBS Manufacturing Purchasing Manager Index fell to 49.1. Remember that under 50 means contraction. This was the fourth month of contraction in factory activity. New orders, foreign sales, and employment all fell. U.S. July goods trade deficit widened, which means it became worse, to $102.7 billion. This was on decades of bad U.S. policy. U.S. second quarter economic growth, GDP, it grew at 3%, which is a good number, which was revised up from 1.4%. This was on increased consumer spending and increased inventories, while there was lower federal and local government spending. U.S. U of M Consumer Sentiment Survey was revised higher to 67.9. Current condition feelings are higher as the year ahead inflation was revised lower. U.S. July annual PCE inflation rate. This is the Federal Reserve's preferred inflation measure. It was steady at 2.5% below the 2.6% forecast. Interesting to note that inflation averaged 3.3% from 1960 to 2024. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 388 points to 41,563, a new record all-time high. This was on a good economy, lower inflation, and lower interest rates, but of course prices are still high. Need a new roll-off trailer that's 80,000 GVW and a heavy hauler? The Bentley Bridgemaster Tandem Axle 40-foot trailer. It can carry 45,100 pounds and carry a 10 to 80 yard box. Call Bentley for a quote at 734-722-8100. This report by Greg Brown is brought to you by Bentley Roll-Off Trailers, Gondola Trailers, Crush Car Trailers, Lugger Trucks, Roll-Off Trailer Parts, and of course, Roll-Off Truck Parts for Galbraith, Galfab, American, Dragon, G&H, and more. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions, and we hope all have a safe and profitable week.